What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives and Make Money Online Trainer podcast. It's your boy, B Mark, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about when should you hire employees? When should you hire people to work for you? Now, a lot of online fitness coaches get stuck at this point in their coaching business because number one, they think they need to hire way too fucking soon, and they end up hiring way too soon and eating into their profit margins. Or number two, they know they need to hire and they're afraid of hiring, so they end up staying stuck in the exact same place. And number three, most people are just irresponsible with their hiring and they don't actually know what goes into it. So in today's podcast episode, I'm going to clarify all three things for you. Number one, I'm going to be talking about when you should not hire employees. Number two, I'm going to be talking about when to hire employees. And number three, I'm going to be talking about the expectation of hiring employees and what that actually looks like. Now, guys, this is coming from a guy that I fucking built my business from literally nothing. We're talking about I started from nothing. And I had no idea how to build a business myself, okay? I was just figuring it all out, figuring out how to post, how to lead gen, how to get on sales calls, how to do all this stuff. I had to figure all that stuff out myself. And when I started getting really successful in my coaching business, and my definition of successful is hitting $10,000, $15,000 a month, I just had people that wanted to work for me. And I wasn't necessarily out to hire people. I think if people didn't ask me if they could work for me, I probably would have just done my whole shit by myself my whole life because I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But because I wanted to help my friends out and I wanted to give my friends the same life that I had, I basically took some people on and I was mentoring them and I was coaching them and I was helping them to build a business like I was building. And so I hired people by accident is basically what I'm saying. It was kind of an accident. And then we ended up figuring it out afterwards. So right now at PT Domination, I have 50 people that work for my company, 50. We've got a bunch of different departments that do a bunch of different things. We've got marketing. We've got a marketing team. We've got sales. We've got a sales team. We got operations. We have an operations team. We have coaching. We have a coaching team. I have an executive assistant. I have a lot of people that fucking help me with my coaching business. And if it wasn't for those people, I wouldn't be able to do the shit that I'm doing. The only reason I can even podcast right now is because my fucking team is helping me out. So without my team, I'm nothing. So if you're on Team PT Domination, fucking love you. If you're probably listening to this right now, you know I love you. I appreciate the fuck out of you. Now, when do you actually need to hire employees? What does this actually look like? Before we talk about when to hire employees, let's talk about what a fucking business is, okay? A business is a vehicle that generates revenue, period. That's a business. A business is a vehicle that generates revenue. So your business's success and whether or not you have a successful business is going to be purely predicated on how much revenue your business generates. Now, there's a bunch of different arguments for this. There's some people that are like impact over income, and that's the only thing that matters. And I agree, because if we think about revenue in itself, the only way to get money, which is value for the business, is to give something of service and of value to the audience, which is it has to be highly fucking valuable for the other person that's giving you the money. So you create a very high value service or product that the market deems as valuable and wants to pay for. And then once you create that high value service and product, you get better at marketing it and selling it and delivering on it. And then you make more money. That's what a business is. So there's three different components that make a successful business work, okay? Component number one is attracting clients. Now, attracting clients basically means you know exactly what to post on social media to get people to reach out to you. Attracting clients means you have a stream of inbound leads because of all of your efforts with marketing. Attracting clients is putting up the billboard on the side of a highway. Attracting clients is turning on a Facebook ad. Attracting clients is knocking on 100 doors if you're a fucking door salesman. These are all methods that we use to attract clients. And with social media, really what attracting clients means is when you post content, people reach out, period. That's what you need to get good at. And right now, if when you post content, people aren't reaching out, that should be the only thing you focus on, because every other part of the business is very fucking difficult if you don't have attracting down. If you have an audience, everything is easy. If you don't have an audience, everything is hard. Because it's like when I reach out to somebody about, I want to speak on their stage, it's like, they come to my Instagram, they're like, yep, you look legit. Or vice versa, people will reach out to me to speak on the stage because I have an audience. But if I want to have more opportunities and I want to make more sales and I'm reaching out and I have fucking 300 followers, it doesn't look very good. So when I have an audience, everything is easy. And when I don't have an audience, everything is hard. And so the first component of business is attracting clients. That's the first thing you need to master. The second thing you need to master is sales. Everybody has a different definition of mastering sales. I'll tell you what mine is. Write this down. You should be closing at least 35% of every single call that you get on, period. So number one, you should be closing at least 35% of every call that you get on, number one. Number two, you should be booking at least 5 appointments with potential clients per week. Those are the 2 benchmarks that you need to be shooting for, okay? Those are the 2 skill sets that you. Now, if you are not closing 35% of the calls that you get on, which is 1 in 3, that's where you need to focus all of your fucking energy. Literally all of it. You need to be studying, you need to be role playing, you need to be watching sales videos, you need to be doing whatever the fuck you need to do to get that sales number up, because anything less than 35% is not going to be sustainable. Because if you have 10 calls and you close 3 clients, that's great. If you have 10 calls and you close 1 client, that's shit. And a lot of you guys have shit conversion rates, and then you're trying to bring on more fucking team members. It's like, bro, you can't even fucking close a door that's in front of you. You definitely shouldn't be thinking about hiring people. We need to be working on our sales skills, right? So number one is attract, right? We need to be able to bring people in with our content, with our messaging, with our live streams, with our everything. First component of business is attract. The second component of business is sales. Being able to sell your service for money. And more importantly, being able to sell a higher ticket service for money. Because you guys, you might be good at sales, but if you're selling a $100 online coaching program, you're fucking shooting yourself in the foot. Because again, let's say we have 10 calls and we sell 3 clients and you're selling a $100 coaching program, you make $300. Congratulations. But if you have 10 calls, you sell 3 clients and you sell a $1,000 program, you have $3,000. That's a significantly larger amount of money. And like when you multiply that times 100 calls, that's the difference between you making $3,000 or $30,000, right? It's a big difference. And so the second thing that you need to master is fucking sales, AKA you need to know like what to do to get people to say yes on the phone, how to overcome objections, being willing to challenge people, not being willing to accept that I'll think about it until fucking next week. All that bullshit that you accept on sales calls is stuff that you need to get over. We need to work on that actual skill of being in the call and overcoming the objection. So that's the second skill. Third skill that you need in business to have a successful fucking business is you need to be able to deliver on your promise. Now, if you're in PT Domination and you're tuning in right now, drop a comment and let me know if you're watching this live stream. And if you're listening to the podcast, I want you to just nod along. If you're in PT Domination and we fucking deliver, drop some fire. Now, if you're listening to the podcast and you're in PT Domination, you can just nod your head along. The reason that PT Domination continues to grow on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, a yearly basis, a quarterly basis, etc., is because we fucking deliver. And so what we're marketing on the front end is that we're going to help you grow an online coaching business. We're going to help you get successful. And what we're selling is we're going to help you make money. We're going to help you sign clients. We're going to help you transform your life. And then we deliver on that fucking promise. And we deliver on that promise, which leads to more business. Because the people that are our clients, like one of my clients, Matthew Orlando, is here right now. He just renewed for another year with us. He's already making $10,000 a month. He doesn't need to be with us, but he's with us because he knows we're going to continue to deliver on our promise. And so the third component of business is your product is so good that people are referring their friends. They're talking about you. They're bringing people into your ecosystem. They like, everybody wants to know what you got going on because your shit is so good. Okay. That's the third skill that you need to have in business. It's super fucking important. So attracting clients, converting clients, delivering to clients. Those are the 3 skills that you must fucking master before you even consider hiring an employee. Because if you don't have content nailed and then you bring on a team member and now you have to pay the team member, well, now your content isn't that fucking good. So you're not pulling in clients. Now you have to pay this team member $2,000 a month. It's a fucking problem. So there's a little bit of a gray zone. I'm going to talk about the gray zone. Okay. So attracting clients, converting clients, delivering amazing service. These are all intangible skills that are hard to measure. And so how do you actually know if you're good at these skills? I'll tell you. The way that you'll know if you're good at these skills is if your business is consistently generating over $10,000 a month. If you as a one-man show are consistently generating over $10,000 a month, then you have a successful business. You know how to market yourself. You know how to sell clients. You know how to deliver on your service. If your business is consistently generating over $10,000 a month, you are in the category of people that should be fucking hiring people. Okay, that's you. It should be you. You're the fucking guy or the girl. It's you. That's how you know. Because again, when we measure intangible skills, it's hard to put a number on it. But a unit of measurement that you can use is if my business is generating over $10,000 a month, it's time to hire some fucking employees. Now, here's the problem with hiring employees. And I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. Problem number 1, okay? Problem number 1 with hiring employees is you are an online fitness coach and you have no management experience with somebody working for you. Also, because you are an online fitness coach, you are an entrepreneur. And because you are an entrepreneur, it will feel weird hiring somebody to work for you because that's the system that you just broke out of. Like you literally just broke out of the fucking system where you had to work for somebody else. And so hiring somebody else to work for your business is going to feel fucking weird. Okay. I'm just gonna be honest. It was really weird for me at first too. I'm like, I literally used to say fuck the man, and now I have people working for me. What the fuck? Now I'm like the boss to fucking 50 people. It's weird. Okay. So the first thing is just getting over the fucking weirdness of like, first you had to break free from the man, and now you have to hire people to work for you. It's a little funny, like little nuance. That's the first thing. Second thing is you don't just want to hire for the sake of hiring people. You want to hire the right people. And how you know what is right and what is wrong is purely based on your business model. But I'll give you a general rule of thumb, okay? A general rule of thumb, if you're consistently generating over $10,000 a month in your coaching business, a general rule of thumb is the first hire that you have should be somebody that helps you with your delivery, whether that be an assistant coach, a community manager, a leader in your group, somebody that can help you deliver the service to your current clients. And the reason I would recommend that being the first hire is because sales and marketing are the income generators for the business. And if we're not selling and marketing properly, we're not going to be making money. Now, delivering a valuable service to your clients is also super valuable, but getting some assistance with delivery, with some of the monotonous tasks, like checking to see if somebody did their fucking workout, or, like making sure that people are actually getting their check-in in. Like those are monotonous tasks that can be outsourced so that you can do what you're really fucking good at, which is actually coaching your clients, delivering on live streams, getting on sales calls, and fucking making content. So as a general rule of thumb, the first person that you should hire should be somebody that can help you with your delivery. The second person that I would hire would be somebody to help me generate more sales opportunities. And typically with somebody that helps me generate more sales opportunities, is that somebody that can, it's like a social media manager that can be in my account, that can, reply to comments, that can reach out to people that are following me, that can help me with my social media. Typically speaking, that would be the second person that I would hire in your coaching business. And then the third person I would hire in your coaching business is somebody to make sure that your community is thriving. And we call this like a community manager. Now, here's the thing, right? If you're consistently generating over $10,000 a month and you realize that you need to hire employees, really one of two things is going to happen, okay? Thing number one is you're over 10K a month. You're like, okay, I realize that I need to hire employees, but I'm not going to because I don't feel like I'm ready, or I don't feel like I'm qualified, or I don't feel like I'm capable. That's number one. Now, if that is you, if you're listening to this right now and you know you need to hire people, but you're not hiring people, you are guaranteeing that you bottleneck your income, period. Guaranteed. Because no matter how good you get at optimizing your time, which is something you should be focusing on to make sure you can get more done in less time, no matter how good you get, you will always be limited by the constraint of time. Always. Because there's only fucking 24 hours in a day and you need to sleep 6 to 8 of them. So even if you work 16 hours a day on your coaching business, you will still be constrained by time. You will still have a time constraint. And so if you're the type of person that's over $10,000 a month that you know you need to hire people to help you with your coaching business and you're not doing it, you are guaranteeing that you bottleneck your income, period. So that's the first type of person. And if that's you, if you're listening to this, like look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I okay with fucking making $10,000 a month for the rest of my life? If you are, then fucking do you. Like this isn't for everybody. Like building a team is not for everybody. Some people aren't cut out for it. That doesn't mean you're a bad person, but you might not be cut out for it. That's completely fine. But don't lie to yourself and say you want to have a bigger business, because you don't. Because if you did, you do whatever it takes. And whatever it takes is fucking hiring the right people to help you out. Second type of person when it comes to hiring people is somebody that is over $10,000 a month that knows, this is ideal, by the way. If you're under 10K a month and you're trying to hire people, you're fucking up because you don't even know how to market. You don't even know how to sell. You don't even know how to deliver. And now you want to hire people and you want to pay them money out of your pocket when you don't even have a fucking skill that you can teach them. If you're not good at delivering service to your clients so that they renew, and then you hire somebody to help you with that, they're just going to be as shitty as you are. So if you're under 10K a month and you're trying to hire employees, I ain't even trying to talk to you. Okay. So the second type of person that's hiring employees would be over 10K a month. And you know you need to hire employees. So you hire one and then it doesn't go as well as you wanted. And when it doesn't go as well as you wanted, you're like, oh my God, like, fuck, this was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It's so hard leading people. It's so hard, having somebody responsible for your coaching business. I have a hard time letting go of this thing. And so I'm just, it's fucking hard. I'm just going to do it on my own. And so the second type of person is somebody that dips their toe in the water of hiring somebody with their coaching business, but they're too fucking afraid to fully commit to it. And because they're too afraid to fully commit to it, they don't even take their fingers out of the work that their team is supposed to be doing. And as a result, the team never steps into their power. The team doesn't do their job properly. The team ends up leaving. And then you're stuck in the same fucking place. I would say that's 70% of people, to be honest with you. 70% of people come against this constraint at some point in time. And again, when you come against this constraint and you hire the wrong person or you hire somebody and they don't do a good job, at that point, you need to make a decision. Decision number one is I'm never doing this again. Decision number two is I'm going to learn from this so that I can get better. So I'm going to learn from this and so I don't make the same fucking mistakes the next time. Full transparency, I've hired people on, to work for me directly, some like close people in my circle. And at first they came in, they were fucking workhorses. They did everything they wanted that I was like asking of them. And then over time, they started getting more complacent. And then I kept allowing it and I never called them out on it. And by the end of the work there, like I literally had to beg them to do the non-negotiables. That was a fucking mistake. That was something that I had to learn. And at first I was like, I'm never hiring again. But then I was like, no, I need to take responsibility for the fact that I created the situation. And so the next guy that I brought on, I literally told him, I'm like, yo, if you fucking miss once, it's a warning. You miss twice, it's a write-up. You miss 3 times, you're fired. Like, don't fuck around. The third guy, that guy doesn't fuck around because I laid the groundwork from day one. Like I learned the mistakes that I made the first time around. And the second time another guy came around, I was fucking ready for it. Like I knew exactly what to do because I'd already made the mistakes. And I'm like, I'm not going to make this mistake again. The third type of person when it comes to hiring people is somebody that knows they need to hire people. They know that they're going to suck at hiring people at first, but they're going to continue to work through the obstacles. And they end up bringing on the right amount of team members that can help them scale their coaching business. The third type of person is the type of person that you guys see on my Instagram stories when I post that my clients are hitting $50,000 a month, $80,000 a month, $100,000 a month. The only way you will ever scale to those numbers is if you get good at hiring, managing, and leading people, period. There's no other way to do it. You have to have a team with you. Otherwise, you will stay stuck in terms of your output. And this is a truth across all business, every single business. You will bottleneck yourself when there is a time constraint, period. If I own a gym and I'm the only fucking employee of the gym and I'm trying to keep all the profits to myself, that means I need to be working the front desk fucking 24 hours a day. That sounds like something I would rather not do. And so I'm going to hire a front desk person to manage and make sure that people that come in feel greeted, they feel excited. She signed them up for memberships. If I owned a gym and I wanted it to be profitable, I'd also need to sell the fucking memberships. So if I wanted to keep all the money to myself, then I just fucking sell the memberships myself. But then where would my life be? I don't get to hang out with my wife. I don't get to go for dinner. I don't get to fucking go for a workout because I'm selling memberships all day. That sounds fucking lame. And so I'm going to hire a salesperson to help me do the memberships. Well, I don't even want to manage the gym. That sounds boring to me. I'd rather fucking talk to you guys on a live stream. So I'm going to hire a general manager to run the entire gym for me. He's going to run all the employees that work for the gym. I'm just going to be the guy that supplies them with the ideas. Like, go do this, go do this, go do this. He comes to me with decisions and I let him know if they're the right or wrong decision. And then he goes on with his day and runs my fucking gym. I don't even know what the fuck goes on in the gym. Get it? So like, that's the level that you guys need to get to if you actually want to build a business. Now, again, I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of you motherfuckers that aren't cut out for this. You're just not. And how you'll know you're not cut out for this is if you get really discouraged when something doesn't go your way. Oh man, like this, this client, dropped off because of something my employee said, and I'm really discouraged and I'm just not gonna, bro, you ain't cut out for this. Okay. The type of person that's cut out to lead a fucking team is somebody that's resilient to keep showing up over and over and over and over and over again. The type of person that's resilient enough to lead a team to build a business to $50,000 a month is somebody that makes mistakes, that get back up, that keep moving forward. Make mistakes, get back up, keep moving forward. The type of person that builds a business to $50,000 a month, that leads a team, that leads a movement, is somebody that's not afraid to step into the unknown. My favorite example of this right now, you guys saw me post her in my fucking story the other day. Her name's Lauren Hickey. Lauren Hickey and her husband Dylan are 21 and 23 years old, and they're pulling in $80,000 a month in the $1 Million Mastermind. The reason these two are pulling in $80,000 a month is because when we drop a training, they fucking do it. They don't question it. They're not like, they don't have limitations. They just fucking do it. So we dropped a direct to DM ad training. They fucking implement it. We're teaching how to hire an operations manager. They're fucking implementing. They're not asking questions. They're just taking action. And like, that's what it takes to hit the next level. And a lot of people stay stuck as a one-man show because they're afraid. They're afraid that they're not going to be a good enough leader. They're afraid that their business isn't going to be successful. They're afraid that this momentum is temporary and that like they fucking lucked out at some point. And if that's you, you will not build a business to $50,000 a month. And again, maybe you're okay with that. Maybe you don't want to build a business to $50,000 a month. That's completely okay. If that's the case, then you need to understand that you can't hire people. Like, hiring people is for people that want to build big businesses. And if you don't want to build a big business, you definitely shouldn't fucking hire people. If you want to build a big business and you're under $10,000 a month, guess what? You have a fucking small business still. Okay. So don't think that hiring people is going to make your small business bigger, because it ain't. It's not going to happen. If you can't get your own fitness business over $10,000 a month and you're hoping to hire somebody that will help you do that, you're out to lunch, homie. You're like living a pipe dream. Get your fitness business to $10,000 a month. Get your income to $10,000 a month. With that revenue, then you can take 20% of that money and you can invest it in hiring 1 or 2 employees that can help you and buy back 20 hours of time in your calendar per week. Then with that extra 20 hours of time in your calendar, even though you're spending $2,000 for that 20 hours a month, because you have 20 extra hours a week, you're able to do more content. You're able to do more sales calls. You're able to do more live streams. You're able to create more sales opportunities. Now your business generates $15,000 a month instead of $10,000 a month. And it doesn't take you as much time because you have people that are helping you fulfill. That's how you fucking scale. And then you get to a place where you're like, okay, now I'm taking so many sales calls and like, I'm hitting $25,000 a month and like, I'm taking so many sales calls. Okay, let's hire another person to take all our sales calls for us, right? There's always a different level, but it starts by mastering the fundamentals. You must become a master of the fundamentals of business before you bring on more people. The masters of the fundamentals of business, attracting clients, converting clients, deliver an amazing service. And you will know when you have indeed mastered these skill sets, when your fitness business consistently generates over $10,000 in revenue each and every month. If you are listening to this and your fitness business does not generate over $10,000 of revenue every single month, then you have not indeed mastered the skill set. You haven't, because when you master the skill, the fucking results will be there. That's how it works. Now, if you're over $10,000 a month, there's 2 different pathways. Pathway number 1 is you stay at 10K a month, 10 to 20K a month as a one-man show. Congratulations. That's amazing. It's not for me. If that's for you, cool. You won't build a big business without hiring the right people. Pathway number 2 is you go through all the fucking adversity associated with hiring the right people. You hire the wrong one and you fucking fire them. You let them down. You whatever, like, they let you down, whatever. You go through all the obstacles and the pain points surrounding hiring people and bringing on more people to your team so that you can scale your fitness business. If you're listening to this right now and you're between $10,000 and $15,000 a month or over and you haven't hired people yet, like, you have to be allergic to money. You're allergic to money, period. Like, your fear is holding you back from generating more income. Your fear of not being able to pay your employees is holding you back from generating more income. Your fear of learning a new skill set is holding you back from generating more income. And not only that, you're being fucking selfish because there's people in your audience that need more of you that you can't give because you're so fucking tapped for time. It's not only about building your business, it's about serving more. Like, because I have 50 people that work for me at P2 Domination, I'm able to do these live streams and I'm able to talk to you guys for 30 fucking minutes and I don't even blink twice. And I'm not concerned about the fact that I need to get back to a client right away because I know it's being handled because I have a fucking team in place. That's the level. All right. Now, I hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. Hopefully it gave you some clarity and some insight when you should hire people. If you're not listening to my YouTube yet, I would highly recommend doing so. Go to Brian Mark on YouTube and subscribe. Peace, love, and protein. Have the best day ever. We'll talk to you guys soon. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at @TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.